So welcome back everyone. So in my last video about foil drive, I talked about possible signal issues with this Naish Chimera board. And actually what I did was I tested the foil drive with my downwind board, Sunova, and that had perfect signal reception. So essentially my conclusion is that this Naish, although it's a very nice, extremely nice board, you know, the carbon layup and I guess the way it's constructed is not helping the signal go through. So I've received a package from Foil Drive. I decided to go down buying an antenna rather than drilling a hole in the board. I didn't feel my skills were up to drilling a hole, you know, over here. I've seen on the Facebook of Foil Drive Owner's Book, and also over here people putting windows, but I didn't feel my skill was up to it. So another reason I wanted to make this video was because to me it wasn't super clear how this was installed, and you know, how you would actually stick it to the board. So that's why I wanted to make this video, to see what it's like. Okay, so what do you get in the kit? Essentially you get the instructions and a QR code, I guess, to get linked to the video. Looks like you have these pads to stick the antenna to the board, so 2 of them. And then you have this sort of mount for the antenna to stick to the front of the board. And then of course you have the antenna with the wire that goes all the way around. Okay, this side faces the board. I guess this goes here, and then I align it. Okay, so I've checked that all the bolts are aligned without the antenna. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the bolts in place and the antenna lined up. So the bolts are kind of measured out towards the North Sonar aluminium base, which is quite wide. And I see here that really I'm at the limit of the screws. So these, I think they're called grub screws. I guess I can still get in there, just about, but it's a bit on the limit. So that means I guess if I'm switching foils, the Cedros foil I have has a shorter mast base, so the distance between these screws are going to be shorter. So I can adjust, probably, there's no way to adjust the forward nuts if it's locked down, but I can adjust the back nuts. But probably what this means is I'm not going to be using any of these sticky pads, at least for the time being, to have the flexibility to be able to switch foils without them, you know, without too much hassle. So for the time being, I'm just using white electric tape to hold it in place. Okay, so now you can see I've ran the wire up, all the way up the board, and then around the top of the other side, and then it fits in this little unit here. So the electrical tape is maybe it's a bit thin, but it's good enough for the time being, I think. So overall, yeah, it's not so aesthetic, kind of destroys the look of the board, I think, but I guess a solution that's it's good enough to get a perfect signal. And yeah, I put this right where my hand normally is when I'm launching, so hopefully it also doesn't get in the way when I'm using the board for other foiling, like wing foiling, for example.